Yes, we are live, guys. We are live. Bayern is back in the Bundesliga before the clash with Inter, and we are live over here for this watch along of Bayern and the likes of Augsburg. Oh my goodness! But before starting this, give your votes on the chat section. Who is going to win this? Bayern with so many injuries, will they make it to the top of the Bundesliga with 6 points lead? Are they going to make that somehow? Vincent Company, is he going to make this somehow? Most of his elite centre backs are injured. Most of his elite centre backs who were in the starting lineup, they are injured. Alfonso Davis is the man injured. Manuel Neuer is injured. Pavlovic is injured. Upamecano, Hiroki Ito, Bookman, and as well as Kingsley Coman is injured. Well, Vincent Company, being a centre back in all his career, will be able to make that. Will Vincent Company be able to overcome the deficit of these center backs, the left backs, the right backs? I mean, the defensive wall of Bayern. Will they be able to do that? That is a big question which Bavarian fans will be having. And give your votes on the poll section, which has been pinned on the chat, whether it is the Bavarians who are going to make it through Augsburg, because it is at the WWK Arena where Bayern has traveled, and they are facing Augsburg. This is the fixture where Bayern are facing it before the clash with Inter Milan in the Champions League. The next fixture for Bayern, it will be at the Alliance Arena. They will be hosting the Nerazzurri's Inter, but with a long list of injuries, will that be the thing happening for Bayern? Most of the predictions we have seen in the different platforms in the social media, they have been saying that Bayern will not be able to do that. But no, that is not going to happen. That is definitely not the talk of the town, and that is not going to happen, because it is the Bavaria on the mindset, and it is the muscle memories, where for today's lineup, let us have a look at that. What is that going to be for the Bayerns? Look at that. Harry Kane, the man on the striking positions, Vincent Company sticking to him. It was in the previous season, the same time where Harry Kane has got some issues with his back pain. This season, in the month of November and December, it was some sort of back pain for Harry Kane was there, because Harry Kane, the number 9, has been striking those big goals for Bayern, and he has been literally doing it without any doubt in it. But he has been that one man. He has been sticking, Vincent Company sticking to just Harry Kane, not bringing in still Thomas Muller on those striking aspects, because Bayern in the head-to-head against Augsburg this season, they have got those 3-0 wins, and it was the likes of Harry Kane getting 2 penalties, and that was a late stoppage time 95th minute goal. Bayern against Augsburg, that was at the Alliance Arena, and Bayern were not being able to get any goal before the 63rd minute. But in that lineup, it was the likes of Coman, Musiala, and Olise. But here it is Leroy Sané, because Sané, to be talking about, Kingsley Coman is not in the lineup because he is on these injuries, but Leroy Sané has been doing good in the latter half of the season. No denying the fact, Leroy Sané has been seen regaining his form, but will that be sufficient enough to get past Augsburg today? Vincent Company in the pre-match conference has confirmed that yes, Bayern are definitely going to make it into the Bundesliga. But in the previous pictures, we will be talking about that a bit later. Just look at the lineups for today's game. It is Olise and Sané and Musiala. Bambi, the man, number 42. Bambi has to grow up. Bambi needs to grow up. He has to get those big goals incoming. But to talk about Vincent Company, Musiala, Bambi, the man playing just on the attacking mid pitch, none of that has been much seen from Bambi moving to the left mid pitch. He is getting predictable. The way Bambi is playing in the matches for Vincent Company, he is definitely getting much predictable into the game. But apart from that, and yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section whether the Bavarians Bayerns are going to get that, or it is the Augsburg who are going to make that with a previous leg 3-0 win for Bayern. Is that so? For the Bavarians, this is the reverse leg, and Matchday 28 of the Bundesliga. Can Bayern be able to do that? Give your votes on the poll section. The voting section has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes on that poll. But for today's lineup, it is Kimmich along with the likes of Palhinha. Palhinha, the man who came back from the Nations League in the month of November. He was into the injuries. He made it to the lineups in the month of late in the Januaries. And again, now because it was the likes of Goretzka who was in some sort of back pain, but he is in the lineups, he can be asked for the substitutions. But the absence of Pavlovic, it is only Palhinha who has been left. But I haven't seen Vincent Company getting into the lineups in the mid-pitch. Rafael Guerreiro was the man who was played in the mid-pitch as well. Rafael Guerreiro has even got those goals in his bags this season. It is that option which Vincent Company can definitely play Rafael Guerreiro in the mid-pitch as well, because look at the lineups. It is Lima again on the right backs, Eric Dyer, the man who is on the center backs, and Kim Min-jae is that center back who is going to be. But against the likes of Inter Milan, Kim Min-jae from the likes of Napoli, he has got those transfers to Bayern, and he has been staying here for almost 2 seasons. Will he be having those muscle memories against Inter, the likes of Serie A, where Kim Min-jae was previously associated? Will that be the factor working for him, because the likes of Upamecano is not available? Upamecano is not available, but still it is 11 minutes to go, and on the left backs it is Stanisic, the man. Stanisic has also to show big characters. Hiroki Ito, the man, he was showing some sort of good characters on the pitch for Bayern. Unfortunately, that is not the thing. Unfortunately, that is not the thing which Stanisic is holding. That was the lineup of Bayern. And to talk about that, in this lineup, we have got the opportunities where Daniel Peretz is the goalkeeping. On these substitutes, Rafael Guerreiro and Sacha Boey, these are the 2 defensive substitutions which Vincent Company can hardly make. Only 2 center backs. I mean, Bayern has got those 25 men in the lineups, but out of that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players injured. Can you believe that? Long list of injuries, most of them being center backs. But Kingsley Coman, he is expected to return before the Inter game, the game against Milan at the Allianz Arena. Kingsley Coman is the man. He is expected to return, but will that be the factor good enough to get Vincent Company those advantages? That will be the talk of the town, and I have seen most of those predictions going for Bayern getting those defeats to Inter. No. That is definitely not going to happen, because it is at the Allianz. The mentality is going to play, and your muscle memory is going to play, because the same thing which is Bayern having is with the likes of Inter. Inter are also having some sort of injuries in there, because from Inter it is Aslani, their man. He is on a suspension, on a red card. It is Dumfries who is on injuries. Terimi, their striker, is also injured. Peter Zielinski, their elite attacking mid-pitch, is also injured, with the likes of Valentin Carboni. Simeone Inzaghi's men are also having 4 injuries and 1 man on suspension. That will be the game against Inter we will be watching, but Bayern has to make those big numbers talking in the Bundesliga. Definitely, Bayern has to get those big numbers talking, because Bayern, with those center backs, has just conceded 26 goals in the Bundesliga. If you call this stat 26 goals conceding in the Bundesliga, that is the least number of goals which any Bundesliga team has conceded this season. They were doing it good, but unfortunately they gave away few goals in the past 3 fixtures. And to talk about Bayern in their fixtures, they have been really making it good throughout this season somehow in the Bundesliga. But it was against Bochum, that man at the Allianz Arena, after that big win against Leverkusen in the Champions League. It was in the Bundesliga where Bayern got those humiliating defeat against Bochum at 2 at the Allianz Arena. I couldn't just digest that. That was a bad from Vincent Kompany. But after that, Bayern getting that second leg win against Leverkusen. But unfortunately, again in the Bundesliga, that was a 1-1 draw against Union Berlin. Berlin really played that good. And in the previous fixture, Bayern faced St. Pauli. That was a 3-2. My goodness, Bayern has conceded a total of 3 goals in the past 2 fixtures. And if we take into account the past 3 fixtures in the Bundesliga, it is 6 goals Bayern has conceded. In the past, it is St. Pauli, it is Union Berlin, and it is the likes of Bochum. Against Bochum, they conceded 3. Against the likes of Union Berlin, they conceded 1. St. Pauli 2. A total of 6 goals in 3 matches. So on an average, 2 goals Bayern has been conceding if we take into account the last 3 matches in the Bundesliga only. In the Bundesliga only, if we talk about in the past 3 fixtures, Bayern has conceded 6 goals. How could you make that into account? Because Vincent Kompany throughout his career has been on those center back aspects. Oh my god, we have got that vote that Augsburg are going to win it. Oh my goodness. Don't make that happen, boys. Don't make that happen. Don't make that happen. It is not going to happen because look, we were just having the aspects of the Bundesliga table, but just now we have got that vote as well that Augsburg are going to win it. Give your votes on the chat section that who is going to get that big wins. I don't think that Augsburg are going to make it because Kompany in the pre-match conference has just confirmed that Bayern are definitely going to shoot it big. Bayern are definitely going to shoot it big. It has been confirmed by Vincent Kompany, and Vincent Kompany, I'm not praising Vincent Kompany, but when he is at Bavaria, he has to make it. When Vincent Kompany is at Bavaria, he has to make it. Still 5 minutes to go into this game, but in the Bundesliga table, Bayern has been doing it good, scoring 78 goals, 26, conceding 65 points, 6 points ahead of Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso's men getting a thrashing defeat against Arminia Bielefeld. But is that the factor where it will be getting it good? Because Arminia Bielefeld were really doing that good and they just overtook Leverkusen. In that was a different story which happened in the DFB Pokal. Leverkusen getting those exits, and it is Stuttgart who are making it against the likes of Bielefeld in the DFB Pokal finals. That was something beyond expectations, but with the injuries, Leverkusen are also having that, and the fixtures which Bayern are having. I'm going to talk about the fixtures. A total of, I think, 7 games are left in the Bundesliga. Yes, it is this game against Augsburg. Next in the Bundesliga, it is Dortmund, and it is Heidenheim, Mainz, Leipzig. A total of 4 over here. And 5, 6, 7, yes, 1, 2 matches in the month of May, 3 matches in the month of May. In the month of April, it is 3 more matches. It is the last 7th match in the Bundesliga. In these 7 games, can Bayern keep those 6 points lead that is going to be counting. Is that the 6 points in the Bundesliga table? Are they going to make that? It is that stats which is standing the race to the Bundesliga in the season 2025. Will that be the thing happening? But from Augsburg to be talking about, it is their man Claude who has been scoring 9 goals. Alexis Claude, 26 years of age from France, has been really doing it good for Augsburg, and he has been competing it. That is the factor to be worrying. And apart from that, if we look about at Augsburg, I mean in the stats for Augsburg, it is Alexis Claude with 9 goals, Samuel Isindi with 6, and Philipp Tietz with 6. That is the stats. They are also maintaining that good. And to talk about Augsburg, look at the Bundesliga table. Here it is. In the assist, Gionolis, Marius Wolf, previously associated with Dortmund. It is Jeffrey Golvelu has been on the assist as well. But Alexis Claude, Samuel Essende, and Philipp Tietz, these are the 3 players who Bayern really have to make it marking. And in the substitutions, they will definitely bring Philipp Tietz into those attacks. That is the factor which has been. But damn man, their number 1 on the goalkeeping positions, will he be that factor against Jonas Ubik? Jonas Ubik is that consistent factor who has to make it big. Jonas Ubik getting those opportunities now, it is that time which he will have to, but he is that young man onto the pitch. Will he be that making it? Give your votes on the chat section for the poll that who is going to get those wins out of here. That is the difficult thing which everyone is going to predict. Give your votes on the chat section for the poll. Is it the Bavarias? It has been pinned on the chat. Bavaria are going to make it, or it is the likes of Augsburg who are going to make it. But to talk about, it is this referee who will be officiating it today, Matthias Jollenbeck. Hope he doesn't make any sort of controversies in it. Hope this man, Matthias Jollenbeck, hope he doesn't make any sort of controversies in that, because it was, I mean, to talk about in the previous fixture, just look at that. It was Bayern in the previous leg, in the first leg against Augsburg at the Allianz Arena. It was Harry Kane getting 2 penalties. That was it. Bayern were not able to get a goal past Augsburg clinically. It were the 2 penalties, Harry Kane getting it, and in the stoppage time, it was on the 95th minute, Harry Kane getting a sole goal out of that. All in all, that was a hat-trick from Harry Kane in that game. But look at the stats of the previous leg. 33 shots, 14 on target, not being clinical, possession of 80%. Augsburg were down, just parking the bus in their defensive aspect, but a total of 881 passes, 218 from Augsburg, and 92% pass accuracy, 9 fouls, no yellow cards. Was that a very good game from Bayern? Was that in the previous fixture against Augsburg in the first leg in the Bundesliga? But will that be the story? Will that be the story? Because in the lineup for the previous fixture, it was quite different. It was quite different because Bayern, to talk about in the previous fixture, we're not having that. The players are seen coming onto the pitch. The players are seen coming onto the pitch. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. The players are now seen coming onto the pitch. Yes, the game has just begun. Yes, those cheeky piggy links are available on the social media platform as well. Do join it. The links are there. The links are there in the video description as well as in the channel description. Kim Min-jae getting those clearances good enough. Kimmich gives that a long lofted ball. Leroy Sané speeding up away. That is a tackle inside the box to Leroy Sané. My goodness, look at that. Things are looking happening. Things are looking happening in just 2 minutes of the watch. Things are looking happening in just 2 minutes of the watch of this game. My goodness, I want something big to be happening, but in the lineups, let me put that onto the screen for you guys. This is the lineup which Bayern are getting that. This is the lineup which Bayern are getting that, but Vincent Company, will he be the factor? The kickoff has happened. Kimmich has got that corner in under just 2 minutes. What a cross that is! Kimmich, my man, you made that corner look so good, boy. Kimmich is really making those crosses look so good. Kimmich is really making those crosses look so good. As well as for this weekend, we are having Manchester United against Manchester City, Heidenheim against Leverkusen, Real Madrid and Valencia in the La Liga for that La Liga race, and Barcelona against Real Betis. These are the 5 matches along with today's match day 28 of the Bundesliga. Augsburg and Bayern will be having Ubi passing that to game interception. That is, my goodness, Augsburg, look at that. Augsburg, look at that. Look at that. It is their number 11, Marius Wolf, who got that interception. Came on the center backs. He was trying to find Palina or Sane, but that was an interception from Wolf. Jensen against Kim. That will be a good, but Stanisic, how is he going to shape up? Stanisic getting on the left backs. That is a throw being taken. Augsburg are having that position now. Back passes are seen happening from them. Jackie, the man, gets it good. Onto the wings, Augsburg are trying to cut in. Interception that is from Kimmich. Sane, Musiala, Bambi passes that to Sane again. Sane is speeding up. Bambi again. Bambi gets that interception. Bambi, look at that. It is Jakic. It is the likes of Onyeka. They are marking Bambi good on the mid pitch. Just Thorup, the man against Vincent Company. Will that be talking? Lammer, good awareness from him. Blocking that pass, good onto that centre back aspects. It is to Olise from Ubig. I mean, I have even got those comments in few of those. Oh my God, we have got that vote that the Bavarians are going to 50 for Bavarians, 50 for Augsburg. Give your votes on the poll section for the chat, which has been pinned. The voting section has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes on the voting section, whether the Bavarians or the Augsburg. If we get 5 votes over here, we will be getting it big. We will be making some announcement. Give first 5 votes for the poll, whether the Bavarians or it is the Augsburg who are going to make that. Olise gets that good. Stanisic, Lama getting that move. I mean, Stanisic on the right backs. I was thinking that Stanisic is the man who is making that presence good. Change of the wings to Sane, but positioning of Palina. Look at that. He is staying deep. Kimmich is also staying deep. Both Kimmich as well as Palhina, both of them are staying horizontal to each other. Dyer moving up. Olise had a fall on the page. What is wrong to you, boy? Number 17. I mean, at times I have seen Michel Olise with his waggy tail on his back. Just looks like Ronaldinho at times, the Brazilian Ronaldinho. But is that a comparison to be made? Is Olise the man? Is he good enough to be Ronaldinho on the pitch? I have got few comments where people have been saying that Michel Olise looks like Ronaldinho with that waggy tail, as well as the structure of the hair which he is having. Is Olise the Ronaldinho? It has been the right mid pitch where Olise has been seen dominating in the Bundesliga for Bayern. But is he the Ronaldinho? Vincent Company has found Ronaldinho. Is Mikel Olise the Ronaldinho on the pitch? What are your say about that? Do tell us in the comment section as well. Good pressing that is. Bayern are pressing it high up. No denying the fact Bayern are playing their natural game. Kimmich is staying mostly on those defensive aspects. Palina is also staying close to him. But Kimmich is the factor. He is moving high up at times. Palina staying mostly on the mid pitch. Kim, Dyer gives that to Kim again. Stanisek back to Dyer. Dyer gets it for Harry Kane dropping down. Interception that is from Augsburg. Olise pressing it high up. I think that is a throw. Lama winning that on the right midfield. Olise passing that back to Kimmich. Kimmich with his left footer has found Olise. What a lovely lofted one. Lama trying to find Bambi. Bambi inside the box. Oh my god, that ball has been received so good. It was the first moment on the pitch where Daman, the goalkeeper for Augsburg, was under some sort of threat. It was Bambi approaching it, but the number 6, Go Vilivu, the man from Augsburg, and Daman, their goalkeeper, just defends it good. Just defends it good. But in this game, to talk about this referee, hope he doesn't make any sort of bad things to be happening. Matthias Jollenbach, the man on the pitch for refereeing this game, Bundesliga Matchday 28. Hope he doesn't commit any sort of mistakes for today. Marius Wolf on the right pitch. I mean, to talk about Marius Wolf, 29 years of age, from the Deutschland. He was previously at Dortmund for 3 years. He has been there, especially from 1860 München in the regional Liga. Will he be the man? Will he be the man? Because Marius Wolf on his prime days was too lethal to be talking. Ubi gives that good enough. Image back to Ubig. Clear that, boy. Clear that. Harry Kane dropping that. Palina. Palina is seen speeding up. Palina is giving those fluidity on the attacking aspects for Bayern. Can Vincent Company make those advantages? Because Palina is basically a destroyer on the pitch. Will that be the factor good enough? Olise inside the box, he is getting it. What a lovely cross. Oh my god, just a block that has been just stopped by Devhan. Olise just painted it inside the box. That is what we want from you, my big boy. That is what we want from you, my big boy, Olise. Musiala, Bambi getting that interception. Good. It is Augsburg who are showing some sort of creativity from Claude. Claude is the man from Augsburg who has to be really man-marked good in this pitch. Claude is the man. He has to be man-marked good. Look at the stats. None of the teams in just 10 minutes, 30 seconds of the watch has been able to register. That is a giveaway to Bambi. Bambi will make that. Oh my goodness. Bambi, that was a big opportunity, my boy. Bambi, that was a big opportunity. Look at that. It was in the mid pitch. Kimmich gets that interception. Bambi against Gueliu. Number 6, the man from Augsburg just blocked Bambi. That was a big opportunity. And yes, those of you who are voting that, yes, we have got that vote for Bavaria, 67%, 33% for Augsburg. Give your votes on the chat section for the poll. Give your votes on the poll, whether it is the Bavarians who are going to make that, whether it is the likes of Augsburg for the match day 28 of the Bundesliga. Give your votes on the poll which has been pinned on the chat. The referee is having some sort of words with Onyeka, the man on the pitch. Kim is inside the box. Kimmich is going to take that corner. Harry Kane inside the box as well. Kimmich. Oh my god, that was a corner being taken. Leroy Sané was trying to get those shots. It was these similar shots we have seen previously being taken by Robin on the pitch. Kimmich gets that good. That was a marvelous goal which Arjen Robben got it for Bayern. It was against Manchester United in 2008 and 9, that season in the Champions League. The same thing, Kimmich over here trying it against Leroy Sané. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Leroy Sané couldn't get that clinical first touch, first time shot. It was a well saved. 12 minutes 30 seconds on the watch, still not a shot being taken on the woodwork. Will be taking that, a lofted one for Harry Kane. Kane missing it bad. But Augsburg to be talking it, not making it in the final thirds and fourths, but in some of the build-ups they are looking bit threatening, but not being able to get into the box of the Bavaria. It is again Augsburg are making it. Uzbek makes that sliding one. Look at that, Jonas Uzbek, the young man. I mean, if you talk about Sepp Maier, if you talk about Oliver Kahn, if you talk about Manuel Neuer, I think Jonas Uzbek, look at that sliding ball taken, which Uzbek gets that good. Give your votes on the chat section for the poll, whether the Bavarians or the Augsburg who are going to make that in the Matchday 28, or the 6 points lead Bayern are going to keep that or not. Palina passing that to Lima. Most of the time Lima has been seeing it good. Lima inside the box, make that a goal, boy. Lima, it was a pass trying to get Bambi, but block. I think that will be a corner. That will be a corner incoming. That will be a corner incoming. Lima just cuts it into the box, but this man from Augsburg, their number 6, Govilliu, on the center backs, he is really defending it like a pro. This man, Govilliu, the man from Netherlands, 33 years of age, he is at Augsburg. He was previously from SC Heerenveen, AZ Alkmaar. Those were the teams which he was playing from Netherlands, but now at Augsburg since 2016, that experienced center back number 6, he is defending it good. He has denied that opportunity to Bambi, he has denied that opportunity to Olise, he has now just denied that opportunity for Konrad Lama as well. Uzbek to came with his left footer mid pitch. That was a clearance from Kim, or he was trying to find Bambi. Augsburg are now moving it into the box, but that is a long lofted through ball. They couldn't make that. Augsburg are not getting it technical, guys. Augsburg are not looking it technical and not even making that big. But it is that big because they are keeping the possession of the ball so far good inside their own half. Bayern are not seen pressing it, rather from the likes of Harry Kane not pressing it. Lama, will he get that? Yes, he gets that clearance. Dyer, Kimmich, clear that ball, boy, clear that ball. I don't know really why when Eric Dyer, and that is the likes of Dyer, they are getting that ball, they are not clearing that. Clear that ball. Simple as that. Simple as that. It is that time where you are having that ball inside the box, you're trying to find that position gameplay. This is the thing at times which looks frustrating from my side against Vincent Company. This thing I would definitely put it on the table. Why on the center backs you're trying to get that creativity and getting those passes, clear that ball, simple as that. Yes, Kim this time gets it good. Lise, Sane getting some fluidity, moving to the right wings, but no, he is retracing back. He is retracing back. And to talk about staying mostly with three center backs, Dyer, Kim, and Kimmich are staying much on the center back aspects, but involvement of Stanisic on the left mid pitch, I'm not watching that much. Stanisic on the left mid pitch is not getting that big. Sane trying to get Harry Kane, blocked interception that is. Dyer tackling that good. Kimmich, Sane back to Palina. Palina that's that to Kim. Palina again. Kimmich. I can sense a goal incoming, guys. I can sense a goal incoming. Lama getting to Olise. Olise trying to dribble it, but loses that position. Take that shot, boy. Take that shot. Oh my God. Palina trying to find Olise, but Olise wasn't that judgmental good enough. Harry Kane has got the ball inside the box. Will he turn and make that shot? No. Cannot. Harry Kane really has to come big, guys. It is those attacking aspects on the forward page where Bayern really have to come up big, because on the defensive aspects, I don't think Vincent Company will be much relying on that. It is Bambi who has got that to Sane. Sane taking that shot. What a shot, Sane boy. What a shot that was. The nets were not on your left, it was on your right. Leroy Sane getting that assist from Bambi. Look at that. Leroy Sane, his head was not even high up. He was not leaving into his right. He was not looking onto his left. He just went for it and took that shot without looking even to the nets and not even looking to his sidelines. It is the forwards where you have to get that goals incoming, and Bayern really would love to get that, because the concept of total football where the attacking is the main aspect of the Bavarians, that is what you are having. You are having that forwards in your gameplay and make that happen. Lama getting that to Kimmich again. Minje, Stanisic, Sane not moving high up. Sane not moving high up. Sane trying to restore that left mid-page inverted positions and pushing Stanisic onto the wide aspects. It is the aspect where Stanisic as well as Leroy Sane both are getting so close to each other. Look at that. And Kim now finds Sane to Bambi. You are getting predictable, boy. The flags were raised. The flags were raised for that pass to Bambi. My mistake, guys. It was that pass from Minje. And Sane was the man who was offside into that. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section for the poll who is going to get that. We have got 67% vote for the Bavarians and 33% for Augsburg. The previous fixture, it was 3-0, but it was Harry Kane getting 2 penalties, and the third one he scored in the stoppage time. Alina deflection that is. Kimmich, Ubik trying that left footer, lofted one to Lama. Look at that. Augsburg are getting that feel of Bayern where they are staying with 3 on the back and most of them 4 to 5 players on the forwards. They are also looking at pushing. They are also looking at pressing high up. Team gets to Dyer. Dyer speeding high up. Get that pass, boy. Get that pass. Dyer goes for Bambi. Sane is not even there. Look at that. Sane is not even there. Bombi trying to find Lama, but interception that is from Augsburg at the right time. It was close, but not clinical enough to get a goal out of that. Anisik is having that speed good enough, and he blocked Jakic on that build-up. But Claude is the man now up against Lama. Olise dropping in down for those defensive aspects. Claude again with Lama. Deflection from Dyer inside the box. Interception. Ball has been cleared onto the mid pitch. I mean, to talk about that, goalkeeper Damon, he is being safeguarded by Govilu. But Sane is getting those free spaces. Look at that. It is mostly Augsburg trying to find their way into the box of the Bavarians from the likes of Claude, the man on the pitch, number 20, who is on the stats good enough. But to talk about, it is the likes of Giannolis as well as Caesar not getting those, giving away those good opportunities for Mikel Olise as well. Kalina dropping that good. Daya up against. Oh my god. It was a clinical touch, I guess. Isende, the man, getting it good. Number 9. Look at that. It was Eric Dyer who was just overtaken by the pace of Isende. Number 9, he just took over Eric Dyer with his pace. That is what I am saying. Eric Dyer mostly have to stick on the mid part of the center back. That is what Vincent Company is trying to do with Kim high up. Eric Dyer is the man who is staying close to Ubik. Again, finding Bambi. Olise, pass from Bambi. Not good enough. Not good enough for Olise on the page. That pass from Bambi wasn't that good enough for Michel Olise. And hope this referee does a good job for today. No denying the fact Mathis Jollenbeck, hope he does that good job for today. Hope he doesn't get any sort of disappointments for those bad decisions for today in the Bundesliga. Hope he doesn't make that. Dyer getting that to Kimmich. I think Company with this new centre back as well as the presence of Stanisic is trying to get that same 3-2-5 on the pitch. Look at that. It is 3-2-5 on the pitch. But that presence of 5 on the forwards, 2 dropping down at times from the likes of Bambi, from the likes of Olise, creating that. Stanisic, Bambi again, Palhina. It is that hard work which Bayern has to do. It is again to Harry Kane. Sane, take that shot, my boy. What a shot that is. My goodness, Leroy Sane taking those shots. Harry Kane, you are that number 9 and you are passing that to Sane to take that shot. It should have been you taking those shots, my boy. Sane already went into that deep angle to the far post and trying to take those shots. Are you trying to be a magician on the pitch, boy? Are you trying to be a big magician on the pitch? Leroy Sane onto the far post is trying to be a big magician, moving close deep into that angle into the far post and taking that shot, that too with his right foot. Ubik with the ball, getting that to Palhina. Min again, Ubik. Ubik a lofted one that is, but to whom? It is Harry Kane dropping it. Palhina getting those interceptions good. Palhina is getting those interceptions good at least. Image this time trying to get those counters with Olise. But Harry Kane is not moving up, rather he is staying deep down. Lima, Image. Look at that involvement from Leroy Sané. He is not going on to the far whether where he should have been. He is staying down from the box as well. Look at that. Leroy Sané, just look at that positioning on those 27th minute of the watch. It is Leroy Sané not getting it inside the box, and he is waiting outside the box to get a ball. That is a bad play. That is a bad play. I would say that is a bad conceptual tactical gameplay which is having from the left pitch from Bayern. That is a free kick being awarded. Olise, he has got from the same spot in the Nations League where France got their first goal against Netherlands. And what is that? Leroy Sané talking to Lama. What is he feeding that in his mind? Kimmich is there, Olise as well, Sané as well. Three of them. Who is going to take that free kick? Olise has been clinical, Kimmich has been clinical, both for France and the Germany in the Nations League. Who is going to take that? Will that be a conversion good enough? Olise takes that, good, but that was straight, boy. That was straight. That ball just couldn't have a clinical touch to that. It was straight into the hands of Damon. That was a big opportunity to talk about in this game. I would say it was Bambi who got that big opportunity to be talking, but was that big enough to get a goal? But unfortunately not. And it was that big opportunity for a free kick which could have been taken, but Olise not getting that clinical enough to get it. And in the stats to be talking, Bayern has got 4 shots with just 1 on target. This is the first on target shot being taken and straight into the hands of the goalkeeper for Augsburg, Mr. Damen. Augsburg hasn't yet been able to get a shot on goal so far, but they are having that 36% position. But in the previous leg, in the first leg at the Alliance, it was Bayern getting 33. Oh my God, Augsburg will get that goal. Yes, I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. Oh, I knew that it was going to happen. I knew that. I knew that it was going to happen. I knew that. I mean, it was taken so quickly. Augsburg took that so quickly into that pitch, and it is Gunolis, the man number 13, who has got that goal. Look at that. It was Lama who was aware of that free kick being taken, but Lama couldn't just block that. But look at that. Ubik was there on the fast post as well. He was so close to it. He just couldn't get that touch. It is Augsburg who has got the first goal. It is Augsburg who has got the first goal. It is their man Gunolis who has got the first goal. It was a big error. Lama committed that error. Lama really committed that error on the right backs. Neither Eric Dyer was there for getting those tackles, and Jonas Ubik wasn't even that good enough to get those touches. Look at that. Ubik, the shot was taken, was close to him, but it was taken by full power from Gunolis, but Ubik considered it. Ubik has been conceding it. Back pass, that is to Dyer again. Bayern down by 1 goal. Give your votes on the poll section for the chat. Who is going to get that? That is a foul to Olise on the page. A card should be shown. A card should be shown. And the man, the referee on the page, Mathis Zollenbeck, now this time gives that yellow card. This time gets it for Zeziska, the man number 16 for Augsburg, getting that first yellow card of this game. This referee, Mathis Jolenbach, has done his job good now. First yellow card being awarded for Zeziger. With this defeat, it will be all depending upon the game where Leverkusen will be having it against Heidenheim. Heidenheim, to talk about them, they are at the verge of relegation. It is inside the box, headers being taken. Only say, why are you going to take that? Yeah, header boy, take it with your foot. There was ample of time, take it with your foot. And to talk about Augsburg, they are at the 8th spot with this goal being converted. One goal lead against Bayern. Augsburg at the 8th spot. It is for Harry Kane inside the box. Is he going to take that? What is that? Harry Kane making those moves like a baby on the pitch. I mean, how could you ask Conrad Lammer to perform? Because in all of the matches he has been saying on the right backs, it is the availability where Bayern are having the likes of Leonard Karl on the mid pitch. But on the defensive aspects, who is that Vincent Company going to stake? Said they again trying to take that shot block from Dyer. That is what I'm talking about. Eric Dyer, on those blocks being taken inside the box, he is good. But on those speedy runs from Dyer, you can't expect that. It is the reason why Vincent Company is sticking to Dyer and Lammer close to each other and Kim and Stanisic. Change of the wings to Marius Wolf. It is off for a throw. Stanisic taking that good. What is that speed which has happened to Leroy Sané? He is not even getting those runs against Matsima, the number 5 for Augsburg on the pitch. Look at that. Give your votes on the chat section. 67% for the Bavarians so far, Augsburg for 33%. Give your votes on the poll. Stanisic, Bambi. What is that? Leroy Sané is not even moving. What is he trying to show his ass on the pitch? Look at that. Leroy Sané not even moving with those passes. He's looking like a lazy fox on the pitch. 35 minutes on the watch. Attacking aspects are really looking bed down. Attacking aspects apart only from Olise, and nothing is that happening. Bambi, Harry Kane, Leroy Sané, things are not happening from them. Arena has joined the box. Kimmich, is he going to take those crosses? Take that, boy. Dyer again. Minje, Sané. Sané, are you going to take those crosses? He passes that to Stanisic. Stanisic with a lofted one, but with whom? Harry Kane is not even staying on the center forwards clinically to be taking those headers even, and he is playing so relaxed. That is a free kick being awarded to Augsburg, and the referee on the pitch hasn't given any yellow card so far, just one for Augsburg. Matthias Jollenbeck doing his job so good. Matthias Jollenberg is doing his job good, but Augsburg has got a 1-goal lead, and time and again they are trying to find Claude against Lammer. It is the fight where Konrad Lama is being targeted time and again, and Augsburg has won that. Augsburg has won that against Lama. Most of the time, it is Augsburg trying to find on their left wings against Lama from Bayern, and they have got that. Claude, the number 20, getting his 10th goal in the Bundesliga this season, has got that one goal up against Bayern. And we talk about Essende has been their number 9 for Augsburg, has been getting those touches, but from Harry Kane, most of the times he is seen playing deep lane. Wolf trying to get it past into the box, but Ubi gets that good enough. Stanisic from the right backs, look at that, he is getting that move. I think that is Vincent Company should try to get this, putting Stanisic on the right backs and keeping Conor Lama on the left backs. What is that harm going to do? What is that harm going to do? Keeping Conor Lama to be talking about on the left backs and keeping Stanisic, because in this way he is getting those two men exposed. It is Lama not doing it good against Claude, and Stanisic on the left backs is not even getting those performances. Whether I would want Lama to be playing on the left backs and getting Stanisic on the right backs. That is a big bait. Palina getting those opportunities good enough. Bambi gets that. Make it clinical, boy. Harry Kane passing back to Palina. Stanisic. Elise. Just that ball lands onto the chest of Elise, taking that turn. But that shot wasn't having that power in it to get some sort of goal into it. That shot wasn't good enough to get some sort of goal into it. But that shot from Claude, I think Ubig, was he that aware enough on the pitch to block that? Was Jonas Ubig the man good enough to get those blocks on the pitch? It is again, we have got that vote that Bavarians are going to win that. 75% for Bavarians on the poll section on the chat, which we have got, and 25% for Augsburg. Give your votes for that poll which has been pinned on the chat. 75% votes for the Bavarians, 25% for Augsburg, but 39 minutes on the watch, and it is Augsburg who are leading by one goal. Image gets that to Dyer again. This Augsburg gameplay, Bayern staying with Kimmich on the right backs, I think that is something on the mid pitch which they are struggling to get those creativity, because Palina is a destroying player. You would mostly expect from him to get a one-touch pass, and neither Kimmich is getting high up to get those assists because he is mostly staying on those right backs. Kimmich gets that to Palina. This time Palina gets that involvement. Bambi is not having that good move on the pitch for today. He's not looking in the best of his form. Minje to Sane again. Sane is trying to get into the box. He has got in. That is a shot to be taken. Bambi, will he take that? Yes! Bambi takes that, and that is the equalizer, boy. We were talking it. Bambi, take that sprint higher, boy. Take that sprint higher. Get more goals, boys. Get more goals. Get more goals. The scores have been leveled. The scores have been leveled. Make it big, boys. Make it big. Bambi gets his goal. To talk about Bambi, I think it is his 12th goal in the Bundesliga. I mean, to talk about, it was Sane who cut in into the box. Bambi was being handled by 1, 2, 3 men. He takes a turn, and there was the goalkeeper. Damn man, the man. But Bambi gets that clinical. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is Leroy Sane who needs a good beating on the pitch. This time, Leroy Sane made his move and he just reflected. That is what is expected. Leroy Sane has to move high up on the left wings. He has to penetrate that space. It is that space which Bayern are just letting it unexposed. Most of the times it is Olise moving in onto the right wings. Most of the times it is the likes of Kimmich moving high up, but from the left mid pitch, it is the likes of Stanisic as well as Leroy Sane who have to get it good. That is the first Bayern goal. Bambi has got it. Hope it big, boys. Hope it big. Make it big. Make that Mia San Mia 125 years of muscle memory. Make it big counting. Dyer gets that too big again. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll which has been pinned on the chat. 75% votes for the Bavarians, 25% for Augsburg. That is which we are having so far. Can we get that second goal in the first half? Can we get that second goal in the first half? Because in the previous leg, it was 33 shots which Bayern took, 18 on target. But the first goal against Augsburg came in the 63rd minute. But in this game, Bayern has got their first goal from Bambi in 42nd minute. That is the stats. In the previous leg, Bayern getting their first goal against Augsburg was on 63rd minute. That was a penalty which Harry Kane took it. Harry Kane was getting those hat-tricks even in that leg. But in the second leg, Bayern has been able to penetrate and get that first goal against Augsburg in 42nd minutes. That is the stats which we are talking about. Bambi and Sane, make it creative on the left pitch. I want that creativity to happening because Olise is really performing it good on the right mid pitch. It is absence of Lima at times, but I would rather want Lima to be staying on those right backs, moving Kimmich high up on the pitch. Again, a free kick. Josh Kimmich going to take that. Harry Kane inside the box. Olise, who is going to take that? Kimmich takes that. Straight. That was straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Damn man, no worries from him. Bayern has been doing that hard work, no denying the fact. Bayern really has been doing that hard work. It is that creativity which happened from Leroy Sane. Now I can find Leroy Sane moving high up. But look at Augsburg. Now they are 5 men down on their center backs. It is Marius Wolf, previously asserted with Dortmund. He is also there. The place where Sane is looking at, he is staying. Look at that. Sane is on a free space against Marius Wolf. Sane against Marius Wolf. That is what we are looking into this game. And it is also the likes of Olise against Giannolis. But on the mid page, Gwenwalu, that man who is so experienced for Augsburg, 33 years of age, I mean, at Augsburg since 2017. That is a yellow card. Who is that going to get? Jackic, the man? Or it is Goviliu, the man? What is that yellow card? That is bad. Bambi has been hit bad. That is bad. Bambi has been hit bad. That is a yellow card for Claude Morris for that challenge to Bambi because he just couldn't get the touch of the ball and he steps on to the foot of Bambi on the pitch. That is a yellow card for Claude, man who scored and the man who has scored those 10 goals in Bundesliga for Augsburg even. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll section. And are they going to make that? 45 minutes are up, 2 minutes off added time in the first half. But a free kick to be taken. That is a free kick to be taken. But this referee on the pitch, no denying the fact he is doing his job good. Matthias Jollenbeck so far doing his job so good. But a free kick to be taken. Harry Kane, Leroy Sané. Oh my God. It is not Olise, it is not Kimmich because the ball is on somewhat on the left part of the field, but few meters away from the box. Harry Kane, will he take that? Blocked. Harry Kane took that free kick and Harry Kane is looking in a miserable form. Harry Kane for today is looking in a miserable form. No denying the fact. Harry Kane in this game is looking in a miserable form. No denying the fact. My goodness. The whistle has been blown and the first half is up with Bambi getting that first goal for Bayern. It is Bambi who has got that first goal for Bayern. Bambi was also looking a bit miserable in his form because he is being man-marked by Guilwu as well as, the number 4 for Augsburg, number 19 Onyeka, Jackie. They have been really involved in blocking Bambi on the mid-pitch. Harry Kane also not getting those exposure because it is the number 6, Guilwu, who is that experienced man, and at Augsburg he has been staying there for a long time. This man, 33 years of age, from Netherlands, 2016 at Augsburg, playing 266 games for Augsburg. This man, number 6, really doing his job good. But Zeziger and Gunolis against the likes of Olise, I think Olise has got few moments on the pitch, but just not clinical enough to get some assist so far in this game. It is Bambi who has got that goal, but Claude hasn't got. It is Gunolis, but Lammer, I think Vincent Company for today's lineup to talk about has strictly instructed Lammer to prevent their number 20 Claude from making any penetrations inside the box. That was something big. That was something big which happened, and Augsburg getting that goal so early. That was a free kick being taken and they took it. Lammer was aware of that. He just couldn't stop it. Neither Jonas Ubi getting it good. That is all from here on the first half. We will make the analysis of the second half as well because a total of the stats we are talking about, Bayern has got 9 shots on target with 9 shots in total, but 3 on target. Do you guys think that Harry Kane is looking bad in shape for today? Is because the reason why he is staying deep laying and giving chances to Bambi, to Sane and Olise to move high up on the pitch. It is that inverted role which Vincent Company is trying to have to get against the shape. This is the shape which Vincent Company will also try to have it against the likes of Inter as well. That is the thing to be much seen because Stanisic on the left pitch not looking that decent. Look at the stats. Bayern with that equalizer will get those 7 points against Leverkusen, but Leverkusen still has a game in hand. With this draw, it will be 7 points, and Bayern can't afford to get a draw even because it is only 6 points which Bayern is leading into that. Stay tuned to it. I will be just back in 1 minute of break, and those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll section which has been pinned on the chat. 75% votes for the Bavarians, 25% for Augsburg. Give your votes on that chat section. I will also take a short 1 minute break and I will be back. Do stay tuned to it, guys. I will be just back in 1 minute. It is that one time where Bayern got it from Leroy Sané onto those wing positions on the left wings, and they made that happen. They made that happen. It was just a single time where Leroy Sané penetrated it into the left wings, and they made that happen. That is the thing which happened. Let me just, I'm back from the break. I will have just a little bit of water. We have got those 75% votes for the Bavarians getting this win on the poll section on the chat which has been pinned, and 25% for Augsburg getting those. But to talk about in this game, let me make something clear into this game. Look at that. I mean, let me put this onto the screen. Look at that. It is with this lineup to be talking about, Lammer, I don't think he has been disastrous because it was that expectation which he was aware that Gunolis, the man who was making it, because he was their Lammer, mostly man marking Claude on the pitch, but it was that presence of Gunolis who made that good. Gunolis has been making those stats good. But again, look at that. It is on the mid page from Bayern where Palina, most of the time, you can't expect creativity from Palina on the pitch. That is the reason why Leroy Sané is struggling in this, because it is Marius Wolf as well as Matsima. Matsima is that player who has got those speedy legs with him, and he has been blocking Leroy Sané, as well as the presence of Gunnovilu, the number 6 from Augsburg. He has got that assist as well, and his center back aspects, he is that experienced man on the pitch, really making that good. But look at the stats of this game. I mean, this has been really bit disappointing. 9 shots being taken, but what are those 9 shots? It was the first one which Leroy Sané got it. It was a miss, nowhere near the woodwork, but it was inside the box. Leroy Sané got that first shot on the 12th minute. That wasn't good. Look at that. Amongst, all those 9 shots which were being taken, 7 inside the box, only 3 on target. Big disappointing. It was Leroy Sané again on those 19th minute. Big opportunity missed. He went on deep onto that first post, making those angles. His head was down on the ground. He was not even looking onto his left, onto his right, who are his Bavarians who are crawling up for those assists to be taking. He takes that shot, left footer that was, but that angle, look at that, to the first post where the goalkeeper is present. How can you expect that goal to happen? Again, on the 24th minute, it is that number 9, Isende, for Augsburg. He has been making it good at times with his moves, but not getting that clinical. On the 26th minute, look at that. It is again Leroy Sané. It is his 4th shot being taken. Leroy Sané taking his 4th shot inside the box. This one also, he just didn't went for those assists, rather taking it close with that angle. I mean, the shots which Leroy Sané has taken, 2 of them so close to that angle to the first post, and most of the time his head was down to the ground. He was not even looking at the goalkeeper where he is standing. He was not looking into the post. He was not looking onto his men as well, rather taking those shots. It is 29th minute which Olise took that. It was a free kick, but it was straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. But this one, Gunolis, he just dribbled past. First touch, he took it so good on that turn against Lama. Lama was just, demolished with that. Eric Dyer wasn't close enough to get those blocks. And Ubik, will that be a good save if Ubik would have got it? But Ubik just couldn't get that touch. How could you expect that young goalkeeper to be performing? But his character needs to be lifted high up. Olise again, that was a header one. This one, Olise tried it so early going for those headers. Rather, he would have taken that leg shot of footer, but he went for those headers, and those headers were not powerful enough to get past into the nets. 34th minute, Isende again. Isende has got those 2 shots, number 9, and most of them has been from that gap where Lammer as well as Eric Dyer are creating those spaces. I would rather want Kim Min-jae to be on the aspects of Lammer and Eric Dyer to be on the sides of Stanisic. That is what I would want in this game. Olise again on the 39th minute, left footer. It was a miss. Olise has been creative on the right midfield as well as on the right wings. But Lama is the man not getting those good speedy runs. 42nd minute, Bambi was a left footer shot, but it was a blocked one. Again, 42nd minute, Bambi takes that. He takes that turn. 3 of the men from Augsburg were blocking Bambi to take that shot, but he gets it. Good pass to three-man as well as the goalkeeper. Four-man, Bambi just getting it good. I mean, prior to these 42 minutes of the gameplay in the first half, where Bambi got that goal, he was being man-marked good on the pitch. Bambi has been really man-marked very good by Augsburg in this game. And it was 48th minute on those added time in the first half, a free kick where Harry Kane took that, and it was a block as well. That is what the story has been so far. But in the number of passes, only 294, which Bayern has got. Bayern has to do those hard works more. I mean, 300 to 50 passes would have been good enough, but it is the absence of the mid pitch where only Palina is staying. Kimmich mostly staying on those center backs, on the right backs, covering the spaces for Lama, because it is their man Claude who will be seen much. And but this stats, look at that. It is the shots inside the box. Bayern has got 7, but only 3 on target. Whereas inside the box, Augsburg has got 3. That is the point which is concerning. And this one is really looking more disheartening. Look at that. I mean, in the passes, Bayern has been in the own half 145, in the opposition half 149. So Bayern hasn't been going that straight into this game, rather being bit defensive as well. Vincent Company has been sticking to those defensive aspects in this game, no denying the fact, because he is really worried about those injuries which he has got, mostly of his defensive aspects. And in the lineup, this is for the Bavarians. Are they going to make that? Leroy Sané, will he again take those 4 shots, but rather going on for those assists? Will that be good enough for him? Will that be good enough for him? A total of 2 yellow cards had been shown, and this referee to be talking about for today's game, Matthias Jollenberg, has been really making that good. No denying the fact, this referee, Matthias Jollenberg, has been really doing his job good. No denying the fact, but I would want some sort of changes to be making. I would rather bring Lima. I mean, in the lineups, if you talk about, the game is about to begin. Yes, it has begun. The game has just begun. Augsburg so close, getting it into the box. Are they going to make that? Image, that was a sliding tackle from him. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll, whether it is the Bavarians or whether it is the likes of Augsburg who are going to get that. The score line being 1 each. The previous leg, it was 3-0 in favor of the Bavarians, and Harry Kane getting that hat-trick. 2 penalties and a goal in the stoppage time. Harry Kane getting that penalty was the story. But is that going to be the story for this leg as well? Because with this draw, Bayern will get 7 points ahead of Leverkusen, with Leverkusen a game in hand on the Matchday 28. Kim has been just got past. Oh my god. Look at that. It is something big and annoying coming just in the starting of the second half, where Augsburg, this is the second time where they have been seen penetrating inside the box of the Bavarians. No changes, neither from Jess Thorup as well as Vincent Company on the pitch. No changes. Both of them has stuck to their first lineup. And what are the changes which Bayern can even afford to make? How is that going to be happening? I would rather want Stanisic to come to the right backs and Lama moving on to the left backs. Or it is the presence of Kim Min-jae coming close to Lama and Dyer getting close to Stanisic on the left back. That is what I would want to have. When Kimmich is the man, he is staying deep. It is the likes of one side which Bayern has to safeguard, but this is the way they are playing. They are making it so vulnerable on the both side of their inverted backs. This was the story 3-0 for the previous leg at the Alliance Arena, but for today it is at the home WWK Arena for Augsburg. 1 each is the score line. Harry Kane was the man who got those big hat tricks. Will that be the story for this leg as well? Police chasing it high up, making some uncomfortable positions, but Augsburg in this game, the statement which the goalkeeper Damon is having on the pitch. The next game, Bayern are facing Dortmund, and in between there are 2 matches against Inter. With so much of the injuries, that will be a big talk of the town. That will be a big talk of the town. And so far, the stats of this game: 9 shots, 3 on target, whereas Augsburg has taken 4, 1 on target. It is Dyer who gets that going good. Image dropping in. Stanisic, mostly he is staying high up on the pitch. This is what Vincent Company is trying to build with this formation, and it is a straight word which he is keeping that. It is Simone Inzaghi who will be watching this game with Bayern with injuries. How are they forming up? This is the same lineup. Will Vincent Company get it up against Inter as well? Now Kimmich getting that to Lima, high up. Lise back to Kimmich. But the mid pitch, Stanisic is the man on the mid pitch, but his involvement, I don't think Stanisic is having a good time on the pitch for today. It's Sane again, getting that creative to Harry Kane, Bambi again, Sane, predictable move. Boy, that is a predictable move. Sane is having that predictable move time and again. Harry Kane gets that good chip shot for Lise. That is a big committed foul inside the box. Sane was being pushed back. Palhinha takes that shot. So wide. That is what I am saying about Palhinha. You can try Palhinha on the center back as well. That was a big fall from Marius Wolf. Look at that. He pushed Leroy Sané. Look at that. Marius Wolf pushed Leroy Sané on the pitch. He was there to take that shot, and this referee Matthias Jollenbeck just asked the gameplay to continue, but he has been doing his job good. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section for the poll. It has been pinned. Is it going to be the Bavarians or it is going to be Augsburg? Essende is inside the box. He takes a shot. Ubik, my goodness, Ubik somehow saves that. That shot from Essende was on to the first post. But Ubik, look at that. Why is he having those tremor moments? Dyer, Stanisic, miss pass, interception. That is, I would have want to have Min Jae Kim and Lama sticking to each other, and Stanisic and the likes of Dyer staying close. That is what I would want to have in this. Kimmich mostly staying deep on those defensive aspects. It is Vincent Company who might have got something into that. Sane to Musiala Bambino. That is Olise. Oh my god. That shot hits the woodwork. That shot from Sane hits the woodwork. But Bambi is down to the pitch. He is looking injured. The game is still continuing. Oh my god, Bambi is looking injured. He is down inside the box. Oh my god, is that a hamstring? Is that a hamstring which Bambi has got? Oh my goodness, big injury. Big injury. I think Bambi has got some sort of injury. He is down to the pitch. Bambi is down to the pitch. He is on an injury, I guess. Oh my God. Bambi is not even able to just stand on his feet, and look at that. It was Olise who took that shot from Sane and it hits the woodwork. Bambi is injured. Oh my goodness. Bambi is seen limping off from the ground. Bambi is seen limping off from the ground. Bambi is seen limping off from the ground. Oh my goodness. Big worries upcoming. In the Bundesliga, it is Dortmund in the next fixtures, and it is the Champions League. It is Inter Milan for the two fixtures. Three big upcoming matches for Bayern, and amidst so much of injuries, it is now Bambi who is seen limping off the ground. Oh my goodness, I think that is a hamstring one, boys. That is a hamstring one. Oh my God, Bambi never commits to get those substitutions on the pitch. My goodness, that is another big injury blow. That is again a big injury blow. Bambi is off the pitch and seen limping off the ground. Bambi is seen limping off the ground. Oh my goodness. Bambi is off the pitch and Bambi has been seen limping off the pitch. My goodness. What a big injury Bayern are going to have. Bambi is also getting those injury moments. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Injuries are now making that big. It is Thomas Muller who has substituted Bambi. Ubik, take that big boy. Ubik is that young boy. He is safeguarding the nets. At times he is looking good. At times he is making his moves. But it is another big blow. And Jamal Musiala Bambi, will he be available for the upcoming three fixtures? Two against Inter, one against Dortmund. My goodness. That is a fall from Augsburg. Look at that. It is now to Kimmich. Will Bambi be able to make that? We have to locate on the post-match conference where Vincent Company will be giving those statements. We will be having that watch where Vincent Company will be having those statements. It is Jamal Musiala Bambi off the pitch, and the way he was holding onto his hamstrings, the back of his thigh, I think that is a bad aspect. Hope we don't get that bad ones. Hope we don't get those bad ones. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How can you afford that? Long list of injuries. Now Bambi adding to that. And he has been taken straight off the pitch. It is already Pavlovic, Manuel Neuer, Davis, Upamecano, Ito, Bookman, Koeman, 7 injuries, and now it is Bambi. My goodness, how is this season going to unfold now? The total injury list standing to 8 men out of those 25. My goodness, this is going to be huge. This is going to be bad. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes whether on the poll on the chat which has been pinned, Bavaria or it is the Augsburg. Who is going to win that? Give your votes on that poll. My goodness, Bambi is off. How is this season going to fold with so many injuries? My goodness. It is those major centre backs who are injured, and now it is Bambi who is injured. Jamal Musiala, Bambi, was taken straight off the pitch. Sanesek, a lofted one. Harry Kane, pass that to Olise, pass that to Olise, pass it. Harry Kane, that is a foul. Give him a red card. He deserves a red card. That has been a straight obstruction. It needs to be given a straight red card. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is a red card. That is a red card and it has been given. Look at that. It was a straight obstruction for Harry Kane. Yes, Harry Kane just made his way so good. He was being tackled bad, and it is Seziger, the man who gave those sliding tackles from behind to Harry Kane, stopping him for a clear goal, and now he gets that red card. That is what good job that is from the referee on the pitch. This man on the pick on the screen, Mathis Jollenbeck, has given that red card. Good job, boy. That is a good job. Augsburg now down to 10 man. Augsburg now down to 10 man. Man, Matchday 28, it is taking those roaring heights. Is setting Zezga, the man with those bad challenges to Harry Kane, denying of a clear opportunity of a goal. Olise was there. He gets those sliding tackles to Harry Kane and he gets that yellow card and the next one a red card. Augsburg now down to 10 men. That was a committed foul and he deserved that and he has got that. It was a committed foul from Zinska and their number 16 is off the pitch. Augsburg now down to 10 men. How will they safeguard the nets? Jess Thorup, will he be making those changes? It is a free kick. Josh Kimmich taking that. Moving to the right wings, Olise tries to get a goal. Oh my God! It is the second goal. Harry Kane has got that. Big one, boys. Big one. Make it big. Make it big. That is the second goal. Look at that. It is that German shots. It is Joshua Kimmich finding with that free kick to Olise on the wings, and Olise with his left footer trying that curl. Two of the crosses happening. Kimmich making that to Olise. Olise making that cross from the wings. And what a perfect header. Harry Kane making that. The score line now is looking good, boys. The score line now is looking good. Harry Kane, what a header. Oh my goodness. I want this thing. The ball went into the nets just in between the legs of the goalkeeper, Daman from Augsburg. Have got that second goal, boys. Make it big. Make it big happen. Make it big happen. This is the second goal which Bayern has got, but Jamal Musiala, Bambi. I mean, what has happened to him? Yes, we have got another vote. Bavaria getting that 80% votes of winning that on the chat section for the poll. And now it is Augsburg with 20% votes. Give your votes on the poll on the chat, guys. Give your votes on the poll on the chat. And what is this referee talking on the pitch? Matthew Jolenberg taking those weird decisions. Whether that was offside or not. But this goal stands. This goal stands. This goal stands. The check is over and this goal stands because none of the Bavarians were on an offside. That goal happened out of nowhere. It was Joshua Kimmich giving that lovely cross to Olise, and Olise with that getting that cross for Harry Kane. Man, that was a class, superb goal. Look at that. Augsburg are seen making those changes after that. Jensen is out. Schotterbeck is in. Claude Morris is out. Oh my god. Alexis Claude, the elite man, has been dropped, and it is the likes of Elvis coming onto the page. Substitutions which has been made on the page by Josh Orup. But upon the departure of Jamal Musiala Bambi, now it is on to the shoulders of Thomas Muller, legend Thomas Muller coming onto the page. But what has happened to Jamal Musiala Bambi? Oh my goodness, big injuries. Augsburg now down to 10 men, and with a 1 goal difference, Bayern now comfortably getting those 9 points with Leverkusen 1 game in hand. Now the stats are looking comfortable, but a 1 goal lead is not sufficient enough. Get that third goal, boys. Get that third goal. Keep that momentum rolling in. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, the stats in the Bundesliga table, Bayern now 68, Leverkusen now 59, 9 points ahead. But Leverkusen has a game in hand, and in the next fixtures, they are going to face Heidenheim. But 12 shots being taken so far, but in the first leg against the likes of Augsburg, Bayern registered 33 shots, 14 on target. That was massive, 80% possession. Augsburg got shorter back their man a red card as well. It was on the stoppage time, 93rd minute. But this time Augsburg has got that red card. I mean, for that tackle to Harry Kane, it is a header again. Harry Kane getting that inside the box. Interception and a block. Oh my god. Harry Kane is having some complaint. What is that? Is that for a handball or is that for a corner? I mean, this was the first leg where Harry Kane got a hat-trick as well, 2 penalties as well as a goal in the stoppage time. We have got another vote for Bavarians, 80% vote for Bavaria, and Thomas Muller inside the box making that shot. No block. 80% votes for the Bavaria and 20% for Augsburg. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll section on the chat, which has been pinned. Harry Kane taking that shot. Oh my god, that is what I want. Harry Kane taking those shots. My goodness, Harry Kane took that shot. It was so powerful, but straight into the hands of the goalkeeper of Augsburg, Daman, the number 1 on the pitch. Dyer, Palina, image, looking high up on the pitch. Left footer, that one is for Stanisic. Sane now getting some involvement, getting inside the water shot. Leroy Sane is taking at times. I'm not being able to understand. Leroy Sane has gone childish. Leroy Sane has become childish, guys. The angle from where he is trying to take those shots, the place from where he is trying to get it, that is so wide onto the first post, and then also he is taking those shots. Leroy Sane is getting obsessed. Leroy Sane is getting obsessed. Oh my god. Mikel Olise now being dropped down, and Gnabry is the man coming onto the page. 66 minutes on the watch, and Olise has been dropped because Vincent Company can't afford to get Olise injured as well. Whether that is a bad news, Bambi is the man. Will he be not available? Sane getting that from Palina. Man, Sane, grow up, boy, grow up. You are taking those same shots time and again inside the box. I think it is the 6th shot which Leroy Sane has so far taken in this game. Look at that. I think Leroy Sane in this game so far, this is the 6th shot which he is taking inside the box, but every time he is getting so childish in making those shots. My goodness, it is looking unbearable from me. It is really looking unbearable from me. Image going to take that corner, close one to the first post. It was, oh my goodness, Paina was there. But Couldn't get that clinical move. Lama is being challenged by Marius Wolf. Image, Dyer, good build up, Palina, Lama again, Ubik, Kim, Stanisic again. They are down to 10 men, boys. They are down to 10 men. Make that happen. Make that third goal happen. Ane, Palina is high up. Dear, Eric Dyer this time to Lama. Gnabry, Kimmich with that cross gets it good to Sane. Make that pass happen, boy. Make that pass happen. My goodness, Leroy Sane again taking those shots. I can't take that, boy. I can't take that. Leroy Sane time and again taking those shots. He's trying something heroic. But every time he is trying to make those heroic moves, he is looking disastrous. Leroy Sane, every time he is trying to make those big shots, get some character, boy. Get some character. Make that thing happen. Make that thing happen. You are getting plenty of opportunities. It is that seventh shot which Leroy Sané has taken so far in this game. All from inside the box. I'm talking. All from inside the box. Image, Minje, Sané again. Sané, Sané, Sané. Sané is trying single-handedly most of the time. Whereas Sane, most of the times, is trying single-handedly. What he's trying to prove, get those assists, get those touches. You are getting predictable making those moves. Olise is out. It is Gnabry who is in on those substitutions on those 67th minute, but I don't think Serge Gnabry yet has got a touch of the ball so far on the pitch. Has Serge Gnabry got that touch? There's Lama again. This time Gnabry gets it. Image, cross again. Header. My God. It was for Thomas Muller. I mean, Thomas Muller getting those opportunities. Now it was after Jamal Musiala Bambi getting those injuries. What is that big news awaiting? What is that big news awaiting? Will we have to get against Inter at the Alliance Arena? And without Jamal Musiala, without Bambi, without Davis, without Upamecano, without Ito, Kingsley Coman is also on some sort of injuries, but I think he will be back. But after a long time, will he be given those starting lineups? Pavlovic injured, Manuel Neuer not available, Bookman not available. Big worries, guys. Big worries. Now it is Bambi. What is the news which we are waiting for? It is the match day 28, 78th minutes on the watch. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll section for the chat. 80% of the votes for the Bavarians has been casted and 20% for Augsburg. 80-20 for the votes. Give your votes. Give your votes who are going to make that happen for today's game. Give your votes on the poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Kimmich most of the time seeing on the center backs. That is what Vincent Company has to get some sacrifice from Kimmich, not getting those midfield creativity from him because of those injuries. That is Sane again. I mean, looking at Sane at times, I really don't find it. My goodness, look at that. Come on, Musiala, Bambi. He was down on the pitch. And he wasn't even able to stand on his feet. He was later taken off the pitch with some assist. And he was seen limping. I think that is a hamstring. The way he was holding his legs from the back, his thighs from the back. It was definitely looking a hamstring. That is a big blow. That if that is the case, it is going to be a big blow which man are going to get with so many injuries. Bambi also dropping down inside the box. Harry Kane gets that to Gnabry. Gnabry, look at that. He was there in between two men. He should have taken that shot, but he passes it back to Gnabry. Take those shots, boy. Take those shots. Still, I feel Bayern with so much of injuries, especially on their defensive aspects in the squad. But it is those attacking aspects where Bayern will definitely get it. But Bambi now down, it will be a upper hand to the opposition because to prevent Jamal Musiala Bombi from making anything creative on the pitch, they have to get involved two or three players. But without his presence, it will be those two or three players from the opposition. They will be getting those free spaces on the pitch. It is the another substitution. Isende, their number 9, who was doing it good, now has been replaced by Philip Tietz. Tietz is the man from Augsburg. He has been also clinical in the Bundesliga. He has got 6 goals in his bags. Philip Tietz, the man coming in for Augsburg, has also got those 6 goals. There is Sane trying to find Harry Kane. Gnabry looking creative. This time gets to Lammer. Kimmich again on the edge of the box. He takes that right footer. He was trying for those headers, but it didn't happen. There was an interception from Augsburg. And from Augsburg to talk about their number 6, Guiloview. He is looking so big. Thomas Muller this time to Sane. Look at that. This is what I'm talking. I mean, the way Thomas Muller is staying close to Harry Kane. He is just directing the game, plays so good from there. Now it is Stanisic to Sane, but Sane is not passing that to Stanisic. Whenever Stanisic is making those moves, Sane is getting predictable and he is trying to cut in from those flank positions onto the edge of the box and trying to make those shots. Give it to Stanisic. He is the man available there, moving in into the left wings. You have to penetrate it. From the wings, Sane most of the times trying to get a cut in inside the box, but he is not seen making it onto the wings. Look at that. Now Stanisic makes it good. Harry Kane is also struggling in his form. Muller, take that shot, boy! Harry Kane, block. Blocked. First time shots not happening. They are trying to get a pass and a shot. It is for you to get those first time shot, boys. Minje, Eric Dyer, Lama again. Jeff Gnabry, I mean, has to get back to his form if we need to continue the next season with Jeff Gnabry. He really needs to count that board. At 29 years of age, he should be peaking in his form. But after those injuries and back to the squad, so far 20 matches, 9 games he has started, 5 goals and 3 assists. In 20 matches, 9 games he has started, 5 goals. Serge Gnabry hasn't been that good, but he has been getting goals. Can we get that Jeff Gnabry back in form? But to talk about Leroy Sané in this, 9 goals, 23 matches, he has been more clinical. He has been more clinical with 4 assists as well. 13 games Leroy Sané has started. Vincent Company preferring Leroy Sané more to that of Gnabry. But Michel Olise has got 8 goals, but assist 10. He has got 27 matches. But to talk about the Champions League as well, he has got a total of 13 goals, 4 in the Champions League. He's looking like a complete development. Mitchell Olise is looking like a complete development. But is that going to be the story? Bambi is out with that injury. That is a big, big disheartening aspect. That is a big disheartening aspect. Oh my god. It is a collision which happened inside the box. Marius Wolf making it, pretending it to get a penalty inside the box, but that is an intentional run which he made that. Look at that, Marius Wolf. Look at that pretension which he is making on the pitch. Inside the box, he tries to get it. Oh my goodness. What a show that is from Marius Wolf on the pitch. He was pretending as if Kimmich has just got a tackle against him, but the referee on the pitch, no denying the fact he has been doing his job good. Mathis Jollenbeck, the man, has made that. But the second goal, Harry Kane went for that header, but it was in between the legs of their goalkeeper from Augsburg, Daman, the number one. That is just one goal advantage Japan are having, but Augsburg in their substitutions, Philip Tietz, Elvis, they are the men who are there in those attacking aspects. But just Thorup, will he be making it good? Just Thorup, will he be making his men count? Ane again, moving it. I mean, to talk about Vincent Company, most of the times he is in his career seen playing on his center back aspects. I think the injuries which Bayern are having mostly on their defensive aspects, I don't think that will be a big worry. But the worry which we'll be having is if Jamal Musiala Bambi will not be available. That will be a big one, big update, big update. That will be. We will be waiting for that post-match conference where Vincent Company will making that statement. What has actually happened to Jamal Musiala Bambi on the pitch? But the way he was holding his hamstring, the way he was holding the back of his thigh, he was holding his leg on the pitch. I think that is something big worry. That is something a big worry for Vincent Company. Finally, that man, Marius Wolf, is off the pitch. We have got one more vote for the Bavaria. Yes, thank you guys for giving your votes on the poll section. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section, whether it is the Bavarians or whether it is the Augsburg. Give your votes on the poll which has been pinned. It is now Sane again trying to get that assist. Weird wide pass that is. Sane now takes the ball to the wings, passes back that to Polina. Eric Dyer again. Image. Jeff Gnabry. Some of his first touch is not looking that good. And the two substitutions, Berisha is in, Matt is in, Marius Wolf and Oneka has been called off for the substitutions. Augsburg has been making Jess Thorup, has been making those substitutions. Thomas Muller inside the box. That was close, guys. That was close. 81 minutes onto the watch. Eric Dyer passing that to Ubik. I mean, in this game, Ubik has been tested a few of the times, but he has shown a good character. No denying the fact Ubik has shown a good character, but he has conceded a goal as well, and that was too close to him. But that shot which was taken by Gunolis, that was so close. It could have been a good save if would have done it. Give your votes on the poll section for the which has been pinned in the chat. It is going to be Bavaria or it is going to be Augsburg for this match day 28 of the Bundesliga. Lama again getting to Kimmich. Sane is staying wide on the wings. This time, Kim getting that to Sane. Look at that. Sane is making that predictable move. Harry Kane, Thomas Muller inside the box. Harry Kane has a fall. Oh my god. Harry Kane is holding his legs. Is Harry Kane also the man under injury? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Harry Kane is holding his leg. Look at that. Look at that. It was a collision on the side calf of Harry Kane. My goodness, Augsburg are not making anything happening from their creativity, but in terms of injuries, Jamal Musiala is down. Now it is Harry Kane who is down to injuries. It was their number 6, Go Will You, the man who is their experienced centre back for Augsburg. Now this time has collided that against Harry Kane. My goodness, he gets a yellow card. He gets a yellow card. But I hope Harry Kane doesn't get those big injuries. We can't afford to get those big injuries. I mean, WWK is the player, Lennart Karl, Jonna Kusiasare. These are the three from the Bayern München 2 Regional Liga players who has been called. Harry Kane trying to get it past Sane. Sane has been really man-marked good. It is Matt Sima who has been blocking Leroy Sane, but Leroy Sane most of the times has been too predictable in making those moves. Every time he's trying to cut in, not going onto the far wings, not for those passes or not for those crosses even. This time Gnabry getting it good. He has got Thomas Muller. Goes for Harry Kane. Take that shot. My God, Harry Kane, what a bad shot. It could have been that third goal, boy. Look at that. Harry Kane takes that. He went for that first post, but wide. Thomas Muller not looking good on the pitch. Thomas Muller, the way Bavarians are playing, he is looking disappointed. He wants something more. Still 85 minutes, one goal lead. Oh my god, what is that? There is two ball on the pitch which is being played. My god, look at that. What is that? What is that? Look at that. This referee on the pitch, Mathis Jollenberg, there was two ball who were, they were just moving in the pitch and the gameplay was continuing. Oh my goodness. Now Augsburg has got a corner, guys. Augsburg has now got a corner. Augsburg now has got a corner. Block that corner, guys. Don't let that header or anything happen. Clear that. Good one. It was Stanisic who got that clearance. Now it is Gnabry who has got that to Sane. Sane, make that happen, boy. My goodness. I can't take this anymore. Sane 1-on-1 against the likes of their goalkeeper. Damn. Their number one, Gnabry made that to Sane. Now it is, I think, those 8 shots which Sane has taken, or 9 shots. I can't take this anymore from Leroy Sane. Please, God, get rid of Leroy Sane as soon as possible. Please, please, it is a request. It is a request. Please get rid of Leroy Sane. I can't take that anymore, boy. I can't take that anymore. I can't take that anymore. I can't take that anymore. Leroy Sane in this game has got 8 to 9 shots from inside the box, and all of them either been a miss or that has been a given away shot. to their goalkeeper, or it has been completely out of the woodwork shot. I can't take this from Leroy Sané anymore. Please God, get rid of Leroy Sané somehow. I don't want that big chunk of waste meat on at Bavaria to be playing. I don't want that big chunk of waste meat to be playing at Bavaria anymore. Please God, get rid of Leroy Sané from the pitch. Look at that. It was Leroy Sané who was there, moving speedingly high up. It was Deman, the man from the goalkeeping positions. And Leroy Sané again taking those grounded shots. My God, how could you afford those? How could you afford that? How could you afford that? And time and again, Vincent Company is sticking to Leroy Sané. 88 minutes, 2 minutes left. Augsburg next in the fixtures have Bochum, Frankfurt, and Leverkusen. Augsburg in their next fixtures have got Bochum, Frankfurt, and Leverkusen upcoming. Straight into the hands of Ubik. And Bayern in their next fixtures is Dortmund, Heidenheim, and Mainz. But before Dortmund, they will be playing their first leg at home at the Allianz Arena against Inter. And after Dortmund, they will play against Inter for their away leg. How is that going to happen with so much of injuries? Bayern will be playing against Dortmund, that is also at the Alliance, and in the previous leg it was at the Signal Iduna Park where Dortmund got a draw. The points were shared at the Signal Iduna Park for the first leg against Dortmund. This one at the Alliance. Now it is Harry Kane getting that from Gnabry. But in this game, to talk about, Gnabry has been seen making those crosses good enough. He has been the man making that good passes. Two of that has been seen so far. And it is with his left footer which Gnabry is making those passes, not with his right footer. It is his weaker foot, the left one, from where, oh my God, inside the box, that is Kim Min-jae. This time gets that block good. Kim Min-jae this time gets that block good. No denying the fact, I have been seeing much of those anime movements from Kim Min-jae as well, but look at that. This time Kim Min-jae gets that block good enough, and it was against their number 37, Marcin Berisha. That was a big opportunity. It could have been a goal. Augsburg could have got that. But Min-jae came. Show up your character, boy. Show up. 5 minutes added. Oh my goodness. 90 minutes are up. 5 minutes of the stoppage time being awarded so far. My goodness. 5 minutes. Augsburg down to 10 men. Now it is with Gnabry, Palina. But upon the departure of Olise as well as Musiala, Bayern have been playing their game straight into those attacks. Look at that. Leroy Sané is looking quite disastrous, guys. I can't take that, man. I can't take that. Leroy Sané is really looking disastrous on the pitch. Oof. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes whether it is the Bavaria Bayern going to get that win or it is Augsburg. Give your votes on the poll. Make it big in this corner, boys. Make that big. Josh Kimmich. Josh Kimmich is getting that corner. 91 minutes, 35 seconds on the watch. Oh my goodness, what was that? Kimmich to Thomas Müller. It just hits the woodwork. It is Lima again. Look at that, man. Playing that so unpredictable now. Kimmich gets that to Sané. Make that shot. Make that shot. Oh my goodness. finally, Leroy Sané gets that. Oh my God. Can you believe that? It is the 10th shot which Leroy Sané took to get that first goal in this game. This time, Leroy Sané has got it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Leroy Sané was looking so disastrous taking those 9th shot, and it is this 10th one which he gets that. Joshua Kimmich got that with that interception. That was a dipping shot. That was a dipping shot. But look at that. This time, oh my God, that was a deflection. That was a deflection. Leroy Sané got that goal. It was a deflection, but he gets it. It was a deflection for number 5, Matsima. But I think Leroy Sané was going for those crosses, but it has happened. It has happened. My goodness. Thank God Leroy Sané has got a goal. In the previous one, he got those 2 goals. Now he has got part taking 10 shots from inside the box and getting 1 goal, that too with a deflection. Would you add that to a big one? Would you add that counting to be having good one? Now Harry Kane is the man who is getting those substitutions. 3-1 is the scoreline, and finally Leroy Sané has got it. Oh my goodness, Leroy Sané took 10 shots from inside the box. All of them were looking miserable, but now finally gets that with a deflection. Rafael Guerrero getting those replacements now. What is Vincent Company is out of his mind. Now he has brought in Rafael Guerrero for what? He has dropped Harry Kane, bringing WWK, good one. WWK is having those moments, giving rest to Harry Kane. But what is the reason why Rafael Guerrero now getting those substitutions? My goodness. Leroy Sané is out, and now Rafael Guerrero has been brought in. Rafael Guerrero on those 94th minute, 20 seconds now, with just 1 minute of the stoppage time left. Is Vincent Company out of his mind? Is he out of his mind? Rather than getting those young players, Leonard Carl, whether it is the young player Jona Kusiasare, is now bringing in Guerrero. Is it those moments or those agreements with Bayern which he is getting to get those play times for the players to get those salaries? It is what the reason which Vincent Company going for these substitutions. Finally, 3-1 is the score line, and yes, we got the votes on the poll section as well. 83% votes in favor of Bavaria and 17% for Augsburg. And those of you who have voted that will definitely get it paid to the end of the season. The whistle has been blown, and to talk about in this game, the referee on the pitch, Mathis Jellenbach, has done it good, and no denying the fact Bayern has made that. But Thomas Muller getting those playtime before the Champions League fixture against Inter, I would definitely say that it was a good one. But Jamal Musiala Bambi getting those injury moments, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. What is that going to happen? Look at that. What happened from the start? It was Vincent Company with those injuries starting from the lineup went on with this. Look at that. I mean, from my aspect, Lama on the right backs and Stanisic on the left backs. I would have rather gone with Lama on the left backs and Stanisic on the right backs. No denying the fact. And Eric Dyer with Lama. Eric Dyer is slow. Lama is so fast. Kim is fast and Stanisic is as well fast. But why is that involvement? Kim a destroying man with Stanisic and Dyer being a centre-back build-up along with the likes of Lama. What was that? Vincent Company trying to get that with this. I just couldn't figure this out good. I just couldn't figure this out. What was this lineup? Vincent Company got it good, but Olise, the man who was looking it so good, Kimmich on the mid-pitch, Palina did a decent job. One-touch passes he was making, not getting creativity. You can't expect creativity from Palina. He is a destroyer. But you can play Palina on the center backs as well. That big opportunity Vincent Company should have But Jamal Musiala, Bambi getting those injury moments, man. Leroy Sané, not at all a good performance. He got, that assist I could call him, he would. From the wings, he made that pass to Bambi, but it was all the creativity from Bambi. He converted that goal. But Leroy Sané went into the wings and first time making those crosses, it happened. But prior to that, it was most of the time Leroy Sané was looking disastrous. Leroy Sané was really looking disastrous. No denying the fact. Being a fan of Bayern, I'm saying it straight. Bayern should get rid of Leroy Sané. I can't just handle that anymore. It was Joshua Kimmich who was making that good. It was the first goal. Gunnerlis got that. The assist which they got it from their centre back. The man with so experienced, Gunnar Liviu, he got that good, and Zinzer, the man now that getting that yellow card, it was that equalizer which Bambi got. It was Claude Meris now getting that yellow card in the first half. In those added time, the first half ended with a 1-1 draw. That was the sole goal from Bambi which happened. And after that, it was the big disastrous moment where Jamal Musiala got those injuries. My goodness, we will be waiting for those post-match conferences where Vincent Company will have that statement that why Bambi is really Bambi injured, because the way he went out of the pitch limping and he had to be taken off and he was holding his hamstring. That is a big one. The back of his thighs, he was holding it. He was not being able to stand up. I don't think Bayern can't afford to get any more injuries. And it was that second goal which came in, Joshua Kimmich giving that cross to Olise making that cross again to the center of the box, and Harry Kane netting it good. After those, the substitutions were gaining it, but this moment, Jamal Musiala, this will be a bad one. This will be really a bad one. You can't expect such injuries to be happening. Jamal Musiala has been playing all the matches all along this season, the Champions League, the DFB Pokal, the Bundesliga, everything. To talk about Bambi this season, he has been playing every matches for those 90 minutes, and now just on the edge of the completion of the season with 6 games in the Bundesliga and more to come in the Champions League if they are going to get past against Inter. Bambi is the man. Will that be the factor counting in good? But again, the substitutions were getting it. Thomas Muller coming onto the pitch. He was seen instructing the players making those moves. Even his positioning was looking so good. That legend Thomas Muller on the pitch, he really needs to come up against Inter as well. But now that the goal which happened, it was from Leroy Sané. It was to be talking about Leroy Sané in this game took 10 shots from inside the box. Just look at the stats. I am just showing you the stats that Leroy Sané took it. It is really big, disheartening from my side. Look at that. Look at that. It is the stats. I would just show you the shots which Leroy Sané took in this game. It is no denying the fact man has got that third goal from Leroy Sané, finally getting it from a deflection. But look at that. It was the first 12 minutes, the first shot Leroy Sané took inside the box. Leroy Sané taking that second shot 19 minutes inside the box. I'm not describing anything because we have just stated how Leroy Sané took those shots with his head down to the ground, not even looking at the pitch, not even looking to the sidelines where the ball is there. It is that, the first one was the 12th minute, the second one coming on to the 19th minute, again Leroy Sané. And 26th minute, third shot inside the box. After that, it was Bambi, Harry Kane, Jensen, Lina, Isende, Olise, Kane, Leroy Sané, 66th minute, fourth shot, 67th minute, fifth shot, 69th minute, seventh shot, 87th minute, it was the 8th shot which he takes it from inside the box. It was also a save, and it was that goal which happened. I mean, Leroy Sané got it, but it was the deflection from Metsima. A total of 10 shots which Leroy Sané has taken it for today's game. That was a big one. That was a big one. All of them were from inside the box. I mean, look at that. A total of 19 shots which Bayern today took, 7 on target, but out of those 19 shots, 9 shots were taken by Leroy Sané. That is the statement. That is the statement. Out. Look at that. Bayern taking 19 shots, and out of those 19, 9 shots were taken by Leroy Sané, and none of them just could get a goal, whereas the rest of the Bavarians got 10 shots on target, and out of that, that is something big disheartening. That is something big disheartening. How could you justify that? Big chances too. One big chance is missed. Leroy Sané, that was the man missing it. 1-on-1 against. He missed that against the goalkeeper, not getting that clinical. It was a good move for Serge Gnabry, and Serge Gnabry, this match, I mean, most of the times I haven't seen him moving high up on the pitch, whether rather staying in from the mid pitch. He was seen making those crosses, lofted one high up, changing the wings with his left footer. Jeff Gnabry, who is a right-footed player, but making those crosses happening with his left footer from the left and from the right midfield, the place where Olise plays. Michel Olise was being replaced by Serge Gnabry. That is what Vincent Kompany is cooking up against Inter Milan. Will that be looking good? So that was all about Leroy Sané's heroic performances, which he done. 9 shots, not a single one. He got 8 clinical up to get a goal out of that. And apart from that, I would just close this screen, and this is what the thing is standing in the Bundesliga. Look at that. I mean, it was the first leg which Bayern getting 2 penalties for Harry Kane, and the third one, all in all, a hat trick. 33 shots Bayern took in the first leg against Augsburg, 14 on target, 80% possession, 881 passes. Most of those passes were in the opposition half, 92% pass accuracy. But in this leg, look at that. It is only 19 shots which Bayern has taken. It was really a one-sided game, but Bayern were making those energy moments good. I would say it was definitely good. But the way Vincent Kompany has started this season from the start, the way the Bavarians were playing with that energy, I would really say that there has been something missing. There has been really something missing from Vincent Kompany's men in the second half of the season. Most of the players are getting those tired moments and injuries are happening. No denying the fact. It is the clear statement, because Vincent Kompany is sticking to the same lineup time and again, and players are getting those injuries. And now it is the big stake where Jamal Musiala Bambi has got it. But we will be waiting for those updates from Vincent Kompany on those post-match conferences, whether that injury for Jamal Musiala is getting that big blow or not. That will be a big one. That will be a big one. But in the Bundesliga table, look at that. After this win, 3 points Bayern has snatched at the WWK Arena, home of Augsburg. Both the legs, Bayern has snatched those 6 points away from Augsburg, now standing 68 points. Leverkusen standing at the second spot with 59 points, a 9 points goal difference against Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen. But Leverkusen still has 1 game in hand. And in the Bundesliga, to talk about, it has left with the fixtures. I mean, I think that is 6 games left in the Bundesliga this season. The next one Bayern is having in the Bundesliga is Dortmund. 1 game, it is Heidenheim, it is Mainz, it is Leipzig. 4 games coming, and that is Borussia Mönchengladbach and Hoffenheim. So it is 3 matches in the month of May which Bayern is having, and in the month of April It is 4 matches. One against Dortmund, Heidenheim, Mainz, and Leipzig. No, 3 matches left in April. 1, 2, 3 in April, and in month of May it is 2 here and 2 on the next half. Yes, 4. It's 2 matches over here, 2 to 4. 7 matches to be talking about in the Bundesliga. A 7 fixture is left with Bayern 9 points in lead against Leverkusen, with Leverkusen having 8 matches, one more match they are having in hand. Will that be good enough? Because Bayern can't afford to miss any of those matches. Against Dortmund, Bayern will be playing at Alliance, that will be a home game. Heidenheim, that will be the away leg. Mainz is the game where Bayern need to be clinical, because Bayern against Mainz, to talk about in the previous leg, it was Mainz who got those disappointment against Bayern. And that was the home of Mainz, that was the game being played. But in this, it is Bayern who will be facing Mainz. It will be Bayern who will be facing Mainz at home. That will be the thing. And after Mainz, it will be coming Leipzig. Bayern, that will be an away leg against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Bayern at home. And the last match which Bayern will be playing against Hoffenheim, that will be the away fixture. So 7 matches left for Bayern in the Bundesliga, with 9 points difference against Leverkusen. Leverkusen at the second spot still has a game in hand. And Bayern has really won it. And yes, Mias and Mia boys, we have made that good, and we would definitely want that thing to be happening. We would definitely want that thing to be happening. And those of you who have given your votes on the poll section to talk about, definitely that was a big win. And 83% votes which we got in the poll section, Bavaria fans getting their votes for Bavaria and Augsburg. Only 17% for the votes which we got in the poll section, which was pinned on the chat. That is all from my side, and I will be moving on straight into that Vincent Kompany's post-match conference. What is he going to say? What is he going to say about that? Is that going to begin now, or is that going to be a bit late? Bambi, whether that is going to be a big injury or whether he is going to be coming back onto the pitch. We will be waiting for that. When is that? Oh my god, still 1 hour to go. Live press and talk match, damn Spielbeam FC Augsburg. Still 1 hour to go for that press talk to be happening. So I will not continue this stream and end this with a Mia and Mia and victory to our boys. It has definitely happened. It has definitely happened, and we will be watching that post-match conference. It is live on YouTube, FC Bayern Munich channel. We will be having that watch. Also on Facebook, you will be having that watch of that post-match conference after every Bundesliga games, where on the official channel, on the official handle of FC Bayern Munich, what are those updates? We will be getting that of Jamal Musiala Bambi, whether he is going to get that back on the pitch against Inter and Dortmund for the upcoming 3 big fixtures which Bayern are having. And yes, those of you who gave your votes on that poll, a big surprise coming for you on the end of the season. We have been counting those votes who have been giving that. And that is the end of this stream. I will just end it. And no denying the fact, we have reached that target of 1492 subscribers for this. Just 8 more to go for those 1500. Make it more, guys. Make it more. And yes, have a good night. Mia and Mia. Bavarians are going to win it anyhow. All those injuries, we are not going to stop. We are not going to stop. Make it big, boys. Make it big. Mia and Mia. Good night and bye from my end.